I've said this many times about Boone, that he's not a rich guy that hunts quail. He's a quail hunter that got rich, and believe me, there's a huge difference. I mean, he was a fabulous hunter and fun to be with, and it's just a magical time in my life and anyone else's life that's lucky enough to be a friend of Boone's.
I knew Boone for many, many years, but he never knew until well into that relationship that I was a bird hunter. So I'm sitting in the west wing of the White House and my phone rings. My assistant picks it up and comes in and says, "There's a guy named Boone Pickens on the line. Do you know him?" I said, "I sure do." Picked up the phone. Boone said with more than a note of incredulity in his voice, "Are you really a bird hunter? Do you hunt quail?" I said, "Yeah, Boone, I do." He said, "Well, how good are you?" I said, "Well, I don't mean to brag, but I'm pretty damn good." So Boone said, "Well, why don't you come to the ranch and I'll give you some dates and you find out when you can come and you can bring a group with you. All I ask is that they be interesting people." And so the next day at a meeting, I was sitting next to the Vice President of the United States and I said to Cheney, "Have you ever been to Boone Pickens Ranch?" He said, "No." I said, "Have you heard about it?" He said, "Oh yeah, I've heard about it." I said, "Well, Boone's given me some dates to take a group hunting, and all he asks is that he be interesting people." Without missing a beat, the Vice President muttered to me, "Well, I'm interesting." So when we went to Texas to go hunting at Boone's Ranch, we went in Air Force Two, and I left late Friday night and got back in time for business early Monday morning. What a great moment it was to spend time with him, and what a great opportunity it was to go hunting with him on one of the most beautiful parts of Texas. God bless Boone Pickens.
Boone was a great man, and he loved going to his ranch, Mesa Vista, and spending time there. I was fortunate enough to go there with him a couple of times, and you knew how much it meant to him, as well as how much the sport of quail hunting meant to him.
Well, we ex-cowboys visited several times to the ranch, and Boone was such a great host and loved us enjoying ourselves together and with him. And so we had several good trips up there. I said good, but the great trips.
The legacy of Boone Pickens is bigger than Texas itself. His generosity spread to his love of quail hunting and his passion for wildlife preservation. His work with Park City's quail laid a foundation for future generations to share in his love of quail hunting and the outdoors. Thank you for all that you do to carry on the tremendous legacy of Boone Pickens. God bless you in what you do, and may God forever bless the great state of Texas.
I can honestly say that wildlife and the great outdoors never had a better friend or a better partner than Boone Pickens. As a good friend of his, I would say that if I had one more wish for my last day on earth, it would be to spend it with Boone Pickens hunting quail.
The phrase "for his age" does not apply to Boone Pickens. The first time I hunted quail with Boone, I was 44 and he was 64. He could outwalk me, outrun me, and outshoot me. I naively had the thought that, this guy's pretty good for his age. 10 years later, he could still outwalk me, outrun me, and outshoot me.
Quail hunting played a big part in Boone's life, and I was really lucky that I got to take advantage of that. And not just me, my brother, my cousins, my aunts, my uncles. We were extremely fortunate that we got to grow up at the Mesa Vista Ranch and to quail hunt our entire lives. And so the fact that he was really dedicated to my generation was incredible. Yes, he did these great things in philanthropy and in business, giving back, but his sense of humor was unreal. The way that he would mess with people, the way he could give people a hard time. It was very enjoyable as long as you weren't at the end of it.
Y'all may know him as Boone Pickens. I know him as the last of the Mohicans. He was one of the last greatest quail hunters that I know of. He's done more for quail habitat and bobwhite quail than any person I've known. And if he was here tonight, he would say, "Keith, let's get it done." He would tell y'all, "Let's get it done. Let's help bobwhite quail."
I love quail. My dad started me when I was 12 years old, and he always said, "Son, you're getting ready to participate in a sport that is only fit for kings." How true that is.
I really don't know whether Park City's quail was invented because of Boone Pickens or whether Park City's quail became the phenomenon it is because of Boone Pickens. Like lots of events in everyone's life, it was just meant to be.
I want this thing solved as soon as we possibly can.